All right, today we're going to talk about something that, well, it pretty much impacts your entire online life, your digital identity. We're going to break down a new solution called Linkspreed UID, which is all about putting you back in control.
So let's start with a big question. Who really owns your online identity? I mean, think about it. Every single time you log into a service, create a new profile, or share something, who's actually in the driver's seat? Is it you? Or is it the platform you're on? This is the fundamental problem we're going to unpack today. Look, let's just be honest. The way we do digital identity right now, it's kind of broken. And it's not just some abstract idea. We all feel that friction, those little frustrations every single day from a system that just wasn't built with us in mind.
Does any of this sound familiar? I mean, we're just drowning in passwords, right? It's an absolute nightmare to keep track of them all. All of our personal data is just sitting on countless company servers completely out of our hands. And that makes us prime targets for fraud and floods the internet with bots. And here's the kicker. In this model, if a service is free, you're not the customer. You're actually the product they're selling.
Okay, so if the old way is so bad, what's the alternative? Well, what if you had something like a digital passport, just one single secure thing for your entire online life? That's really the big idea behind Linkspreed UID.
So what does that even stand for? Universal Integrated Identity Decoupled. Yeah, it's a mouthful, but the key word there is decoupled. And even more important, it's a decentralized system. This means instead of some giant platform owning your identity, you do. Think about your actual passport. It proves who you are, but you decide when and where you show it. This works the exact same way. And this, right here, shows you just how big of a shift we're talking about. The old way, all your data is sitting on some company's server. You're the product. The UID way, your data stays on your device. You are the owner. It completely flips the script on who has the power. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But how does it actually work? Like, how can you get that kind of security and that kind of privacy all at the same time? Well, the magic is in this really clever two-tier structure. First, you have your core identity. That's the real verified you, and it stays locked down, private and secure, right there on your device. Then you've got these public aliases, and you can create as many as you want. One for social media, another for that gaming forum, one for online shopping. All of them protect your real identity from being exposed everywhere.
All right, now we're getting to what might be the biggest game changer in this whole system. Seriously, especially if you're a business or a developer. It's all about solving one of the internet's oldest problems, proving someone is a real person. And how much does it cost? Zero. Nothing. Zilch. And no, that is not a typo. You know, this Know Your Customer or KYC process, it's usually super expensive and a huge headache for businesses. Making it completely free, that changes everything for the entire internet. Because once you make verification totally free and simple, you can finally, instantly tell the difference between a real human and a bot. Just imagine for a second, a social media feed with no bots, or an online store with no fake signups. That's the world this is trying to build. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. What's in it for you? Let's break down the value, first for us regular users, and then for the businesses and developers out there building the stuff we use every day. So for us as users, the wins are pretty obvious. You get verified one time for free, and then you can use that proof of personhood anywhere that accepts UID. No more emailing a picture of your driver's license to every single new app you sign up for. Plus, it acts like a global single sign-on, one secure login to rule them all. Now for businesses, oh, this is a huge deal. They can slash the costs that come from fraud and bot traffic. They can verify users for free using tools they already know. And, maybe most importantly, it seriously reduces their security liability. They don't have to be a giant vault for all our sensitive documents anymore, which is a massive target for hackers. So you might be wondering, if there are no passwords, how is it secure? Well, it gets rid of the password, which is, let's face it, the weakest link in online security, and replaces it with something called cryptographic handshakes. It's kind of like a super secret digital handshake that only your device and the website know. Your phone proves it's you with a private key that never, ever leaves your device. You know, this is way bigger than just a new way to log in. This is part of a much larger shift in how the internet itself is built. Some people are even calling it Web 4, an internet where you, the user, are finally back in the driver's seat. It's the whole idea of self-sovereign identity. And this quote right here, it just nails it.
You own your digital self. You are not a product of a central platform. That's the entire philosophy in a nutshell. Your online life, your data, your identity, it belongs to you. You are the owner, not just some product to be bought and sold. And that really brings us to the final and maybe the most exciting question of all. When that power finally shifts back to you, when you have total control of your own digital passport and get to decide how it's used, what does that make possible? What will you do with it? So, if this has got you thinking and you want to dive deeper or maybe even try it out, you can get started right here, uid.linkspread.com. Thanks for tuning in.